In the first 2 weeks of September we travelled more than 2,000 kilometers through Scotland. In this episode we will show you part 2 of the best biker routes we encountered. It is intended to help you plan your own Scotland motor vacation. The criteria to select the best biker routes are the scenery along the route. The first 2 routes cross the bold Scottish nature along the Atlantic coast, and the last route explores the border area between Scotland and England in the east. Curvy roads. Enjoy the one-lane roads, even though the tarmac may be degraded from time to time. And we do prefer low traffic roads. The route starts in Gairloch at the Gairloch Hotel and will end at the Applecross Pass. The weather was kind of Scottish. The low clouds added to the mystical atmosphere. Road A896. It starts as a one-lane road. Applecross Road the weather deteriorated, or rather we climbed into the low-hanging clouds. Applecross Pass offers a scenic lookout, if the weather is on your side. The next route takes you from the Eilean Donan Castle to the Isle of Skye to tour the Trotternish peninsula. The castle is a tourist magnet, and we are not particularly fond of tourist crowds, but a glimpse at the castle is worth a short visit. A short stop at the Gairloch waterfall is a good opportunity to stretch the legs. The last route starts just southeast of Edinburgh and follows the small roads in the border area between Scotland and England to head for the North Sea harbour of Amble. The Tweed River is the actual border between Scotland and England. The tarmac of these small, remote roads varies from good to very poor on occasion. Traffic is low here. I probably annoyed the local birds with the rumble of my boxer twin. Thanks for watching. You may share your reaction or question in the remarks part. I will read them and react. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing.